Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. There was a really funny part of Curb Your Enthusiasm 2 episodes ago. It's 2 episodes into season 10, and if you aren't watching it yet, I highly suggest you get into it because it's a very strong season so far. The season's going to clearly involve Larry getting Me Too'd by his assistant. There's a moment where he cleans his glasses on her on a extra piece of her shirt, and she flips out. Then she walks in on Larry David wearing a Make America Great Again hat in his bathrobe due to dog food getting all, of course, how things go. Sitting next to Jeff Garland, and the assistant assumes it's Harvey Weinstein, and she flips out, and then, of course, tries to sue him. It's a very funny and fair criticism of sort of when this goes wrong, good intentions gone awry. And so I highly recommend you check it out. There's a part I may show of that scene, but the one I really wanted to focus on was this really clever scene in the pilot, the first episode of season 10, where Larry wants to not see Phil Rosenthal, who's the creator of Everybody Loves Raymond, because he talks about himself too much. He's always talking about his shows, and he's sort of annoyed when he hangs out with him. And he can't figure out how to get this guy to avoid wanting to see him without disrespecting him. So there's this moment where Larry comes with this realization. He's finally put into a corner and has to meet Phil at this diner. And he's like, well, how am I going to get Phil to not want to stay? And he does this brilliant move. Let's watch this quick clip.
Hey, Phil. Good to see you. Sit down. Boy, I'm so glad we did this. It was such a good idea. You were definitely right. I'm starving. I hope this place is good.
Yeah, it's great. It's a big portion, some the food and everything. It's really fantastic.
Everyone
place.
in LA staring.
You know what else I've been thinking? Really thinking about this Ethiopia thing.
Yeah, actually, I heard that we have some budget cuts, and Ethiopia is a little expensive to shoot in.
Wasn't that one of the shithole countries? I can't remember if that was on the list or not.
Oh, look, I'm getting a thing.
Oh, she's getting a fake call. This is something Larry would typically do.
Oh, look at that. My son's flight got in early, and I gotta get him. I gotta go get him.
Really?
Yeah, no, really.
Let's send an Uber or something.
He needs to see me because he has a little anxiety.
No, you know what, Phil?
No, we'll something.
So he starts walking around realizing that the Make America Great Again hat is like his new superpower to get him out of any situation of people he doesn't want to talk to. It's really quite brilliant commentary because if you're in LA and you wear that hat around, everyone's going to immediately think you're a crazy racist. And it's very, very clever insight from Larry David to call out that sort of attitude. Look, politics aside, the hat means something to certain people, and in LA, it is not a hat you see on a lot of people. So using that in this comedic context was very, very funny. Beyond that, they do continue with the Me Too plot line of Larry getting called out. And there's an interesting scene later. It's kind of depressing. This is now no longer single, so I haven't dated in this era. But past couple years, it seems like it's gotten more intense where you must ask for permission. So there's this other moment in episode 2, because Larry now is especially careful given the accusations that he's been put up against. Here's him dating with a woman who is interested in him, is clearly there and has made it clear she is interested. He then says, well, I guess this is the point where I would have to make a move. She agrees, and then this scene continues.
Now, given the current climate, I would like to ask you a series of questions to determine how comfortable you are with physical contact as it progresses.
All right, that sounds fair.
I'd like to begin by taking my right hand and place it on your right shoulder. Would that be acceptable?
That is acceptable, yes.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
This is so romantic.
Now I'd like to take this left hand of mine
Yes.
and place it under your rib cage, fairly close to the right breast, but in keeping a safe distance.
That is acceptable.
There we go.
That's very nice.
Ah, by the way, throughout this process, I would encourage any feedback.
Well, and I would expect the same from you.
Oh, how would you feel about a little grazing of the lips?
I think I would feel very good about that.
Well, then a grazing you shall have.
The scene continues, they kiss, and then at a certain point as it gets hot and heavy, he puts his
Ding,
phone
ding, when you
down
like.
because he realizes he has to document the entire experience.
And what if I took the same left hand and extended it laterally and somehow wind up on that right breast?
You got to watch the episode. It's just, this is a brilliant commentary of where we are as a society. Look, there's something right about this. You got to ask for permission. It's clear as day. You got to ask for permission. You got to know and read the room when a girl is interested or not. Some men just can't. Some men aren't in that position. So there is actually a serious message here that I think you got to take away. But it also, he takes it to such an absurd degree with the scene. And also sort of where the Me Too go. Of course, Larry David would get caught in this because he's so clueless and negative and all this stuff. So this season, though, so far has been top notch. I wanted to make sure I pointed it out to all of you. Talked positively about a show for once, because sometimes all I do is negative here on this channel. This was a positive video to remind you to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm season 10 now on Sundays on HBO. 2 episodes in. You're not too late if you have HBO Go. You can catch up. So check it out. Worth your time so far. And I'm excited to see where it goes. We'll be talking about it further. What's your favorite Curb Your Enthusiasm season or episode? Do you still like the show? Do you watch? Hit it down below. Let's talk about our favorite episodes. What's your favorite Larry moment? Tell me here or on my social media at Andy Signor. Thanks so much for watching. More content coming soon, and I'll be back with you soon. Subscribe, everybody. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.